And you get further and further away from home, which is this present moment. So of course this present moment is home because it's what you always have. So what I define as home is, and freedom and happiness is what's always with you. So your essence, Ramesh Balsakar, my teacher, used to say, your birthright is freedom. So your essence is freedom. That's the same of what Ramana Maharshi says, Nisargadatta Maharaj, Buddhist, the Buddha, the Vedas, all of it implies, even Jesus Christ implies that freedom, your birthright, your home, is in you, is you. God is in you, the divine is in you. And it's in what is always here. And this moment is what's always here. What is also always here is consciousness and beingness. So these three elements, which aren't separate from themselves, are what's always here. So your whole life you've always had consciousness, this looking, this emptiness. You've always had this moment, even though in this moment the scenery changes, the people change, the sounds change, you always are here. And then you've always had this sense of existence. No matter what you've done, you've had those three things. You as a person, the idea of yourself comes and goes. Your idea of yourself as rich, as young, as middle-aged, as old, that comes and goes. Your idea of yourself as a good person, a bad person, a right person, a guilty person, a naughty person, a strong person, a handsome person, an ugly person, all of that is coming and going all the time. But what remains is consciousness, beingness, and this moment, and that's who you are, and that's your freedom. When you're identified with an illusion, so when you're identified with the story of yourself, of somebody that has to be successful, then you cut off from this present moment and you live in imagination. So you're living through this fog of imagination of what I have to be, and always dreaming about something else than what is. Then what happens is your imagination is setting off your emotional body. So if your dream of what you want to be, someone really successful, isn't happening, then your imagination is saying to you, I've not made it yet, I've not made it, I'm bad. And then it's setting off your emotional body and your chakras and putting them in painful, depressive, angry, violent states of being. So then the next thing that happens is you numb out your body. You stop feeling what's below your neck. And you're just residing in this imagination of yourself. And then this makes the body very tense and very stressed. So often what happens when waking up is you begin to see the illusion mentally, and then you begin to undo that and become more present to the body and more present to what you're feeling, and more present to what's actually happening rather than what you imagine is happening. And then as that begins to break down, so the next level beyond that, you begin to really recognize that there's three things that are always present, that aren't things and that aren't separate. It's consciousness, this moment, and beingness. You've always had that, and this is home. This is absolute love. It's love beyond your wildest dreams. It's total love. It's what you came from when you were born and what you will dissolve back into when you die, and it's what everyone is made up from. So it's now love speaking to love. The person, it goes through a filter of a person that's rejecting love, but behind that person is love. It's this vibrant presence that's ecstatic to express itself in all these different forms. Knowing that element of yourself and then living the human life, I think you come to a more peaceful and balanced life on the human level. Remembering who you truly are, and that being seen or appearing in the human, so remembering your divine aspect that you are love, and then that expanding the human, you become a more peaceful and balanced and happy human. It's that integrating into the human. But that integration is like an endless process. Everything in this life is an endless process, if you haven't realized. Everything is always evolving. But the end of suffering is to really know who you are beyond all forms. It's not in getting money, fame, success, children, wow, all these things. I assure you,